My father left a voicemail. "Christmas is canceled. Expect a call from my lawyer." I didn't argue, just texted back. "Understood." Then I quietly removed my name from their $320,000 mortgage. 48 hours later, 67 missed calls. Their lawyer, in a panic, begged for a response. My phone buzzed frantically on the kitchen counter. It started with Dad's voicemail again. "Christmas is canceled. Expect a call from my lawyer." His voice was cold, clipped, the tone he used to make you feel small. I didn't call back, didn't argue, just sent. "Understood." In the cold, calculated calm that washed over me, I opened my laptop. Half an hour later, my name was gone from their $320,000 mortgage. Their precious house was no longer my problem. 48 hours later, my phone went berserk. 67 missed calls. Dad, Mom, Emma. Even a frantic voicemail from their lawyer, the one who probably coached them on how to corner me. Now he was pleading. "Jack, we need to talk. This is a misunderstanding. Please call your parents. They're distraught." I almost laughed. Distraught? I scrolled through endless notifications, texts, voicemails, even Emma's desperate messages. "Jack, what have you done? Dad's losing it. You can't just cut off family." But they'd done worse for years. It all started with a dinner I shouldn't have attended. 3 weeks earlier, Mom said, barely looking up from her phone, "Jack, I told you, we can't take you on the trip this year. The cabin's small, hardly enough space." "Cabin?" I frowned, watching her scroll with one hand and stir her overpriced herbal tea with the other. "I thought you couldn't afford the bills." Dad snorted. "Don't start, Jack. I don't need a financial advisor. If you're so worried, send us more this month. I'm already paying your mortgage, utilities, and Emma's car." Emma, lounging on the couch like royalty, didn't even flinch. "God, stop acting like a martyr." I'd always helped, but it was never enough. Something tightened in my chest. "Emma, I paid off your credit card debt last month because you begged." "I didn't beg. I asked. You're my brother. Family helps family." Dad smirked. "Listen to your sister. Stop being so dramatic." "Dramatic? You're going on a vacation without telling me and I'm dramatic?" "It's just a trip, Jack," Mom muttered, with that pitying tone I despised. "No big deal." "No big deal?" I laughed bitterly. "Got it. Have fun." I turned to leave, but Dad's voice caught me in the hallway. "Don't be like that, Jack. If you didn't waste money on your tiny apartment, maybe you'd do something for the family." I froze, the air thickening, fists clenching. "Fine," I whispered. "Got it." A week later, scrolling through Facebook, I saw it. A photo. Dad, Mom, and Emma, all smiling in front of a luxury cabin. Our family finally together. No mention of me, no invitation, just them and Emma's boyfriend, Zach. My phone buzzed again. Dad. "Hey, can you send another $200? We're running low. Internet's spotty, better wire it." I stared at the message, then the photo, their laughter, their hugs. My fingers typed, "Sorry, can't. Enjoy the family trip." 5 minutes later, Emma texted, "Wow, Jack, really? What's your problem?" My problem? My problem was I was their wallet with a face, a backup plan they remembered only when something broke or they needed cash. They thought I'd never push back. They were wrong. For a week, silence. Blissful quiet. But on a chilly Tuesday evening while I cooked a late dinner, my phone buzzed. A Facebook notification tagged in a post. "Family is everything, even when they hurt you." It was Emma's profile picture, her and Mom smiling, Dad in the background. Comments overflowed with sympathy and hearts. "Hang in there, sweetie. Family always finds a way back. Whoever hurt you doesn't deserve you." Dad's reply. "Some forget who sheltered them, who raised them. But God sees all." I wanted to smash my phone but held back. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. Instead, I opened Emma's last message. "Wow, Jack, what's your problem?" I didn't reply. I scrolled up, past her pleas for credit card money, her request to pick her up at 2 a.m., the accidental Amazon wish list I paid for on her birthday. Then I saw it. Screenshots. Emma, 3 months ago. Jack, please. I'm in deep trouble. If I don't pay, they'll lock my card. I'll pay you back, I swear. You know I'm good for it. Love you, Jack. You're the only one who always helps. Lies. I saved them. That night, I dug into files I never thought I'd use. Messages, bank transfers, a list of every mortgage payment, my name on the account, my money draining month after month. I found a photo of the SUV I helped Dad buy for his retirement, the one he bragged he'd earned himself. A reward for years of hard work. By midnight, I had a folder, screenshots, documents, even audio from last Thanksgiving when Dad screamed at me, "If you don't want to help family, don't come back. Don't come crying when you need something." I listened twice. It still burned. The next morning, I did something I never thought I'd have the guts for. I called the mortgage company. Yes, I need to remove myself as a co-borrower. No, I don't care about their situation. Process it now. The woman hesitated. Sir, this will trigger a reassessment of their mortgage. Are you sure? I smiled. Absolutely. 2 days later, the calls began. Jack, what have you done? Dad's voice was rage and desperation. The bank called. They're saying we need to requalify. We can't afford it. Not my problem, I said, sipping coffee. Jack, are you insane? We raised you. We took care of you. Raised me? I laughed. Feels like I was only useful when you needed something. How can you do this to family? Mom's voice broke in, shrill and panicked. Family? You mean the family that went on a luxury vacation without me? Or the one that mocked me when I couldn't afford to join? Silence. Just their heavy breathing. Jack, just fix this, Dad growled. Be a man for once. Like you? Begging for cash while calling me useless behind my back? Enough, he roared. Think you're so smart? Fine. Christmas is canceled. Expect a call from my lawyer. I almost smiled. Understood. The next morning, Emma texted, Jack, please, can we talk? I'm sorry. I didn't reply. 5 hours later. Jack, I'm serious. They're freaking out. Mom's crying. Dad's panicking. I didn't mean it. I stayed silent. By evening, my phone was chaos, 23 missed calls, then a new number, a voicemail. Jack, this is Mr. Dunham, your parents' attorney. There seems to be a misunderstanding. I'd like to resolve this peacefully. Please call. I didn't. I went to bed with a clear head for the first time in years. The next day, I went for a walk. A quiet cafe, my favorite spot, far from it all. Halfway through my coffee, I saw Mom's Facebook post. Sometimes, even those you love betray you. We gave him everything, but some only know how to hurt. Dozens of comments from people I hadn't seen in years called me a monster, a snake, selfish. Emma's comment. We did everything for him. He threw it all away. My blood ran cold. Everything for me? Like when they canceled my birthday because Emma was tired? Or when Dad borrowed $5,000 for urgent home repairs and spent it in Vegas? Or the years I paid their bills while they posted family photos without me? I finished my coffee, opened my phone, and typed, Sometimes family is just people who use you. I'm done being used. I attached the folder, screenshots, payments, messages, their false promises, and hit post. 3 minutes later, the comments shifted. Wait, is this true, Jack? They told everyone you abandoned them. Damn, that's insane. Mom's profile vanished within an hour, but the messages didn't stop. My phone lit up like a Christmas tree, 42 missed calls, then 60, then 67. Voicemails, pleas, screams, tears. Dad's last one was a whisper. Jack, you can't do this. Please, talk to me. I saved it and walked away, letting them face the truth. They thought it was over, that their desperate messages, empty lawyer threats, and Mom's tearful posts would make me crawl back, like always. They didn't know me anymore, not this me. I arranged a meeting at a quiet family diner on the edge of town, neutral ground. I chose a corner booth to see the door. I didn't tell them I was bringing someone else. At 6 p.m. sharp, they arrived. Dad, Mom, Emma, no Zach. Just the three of them, glancing around nervously. Dad's jaw was tight. Mom clutched her purse like a lifeline, and Emma hid behind dark sunglasses, though the diner was dim. They sat, but I stayed silent, watching them squirm. "Jack, we don't want this to get worse," Dad started, his voice strained. "We're family. We can fix this, right?" I leaned back, arms crossed. "Last I checked, you said Christmas was canceled and I'd hear from your lawyer." Mom reached for me, her hand trembling. "Jack, please. We were upset. We said things we didn't mean." "You lied about me," I cut in. "Publicly, made me out to be a monster while you drained me dry." "That's unfair," Emma muttered from behind her glasses. "You did this. You took it public." I leaned forward. "I took it public? When Dad called me a spoiled kid? Or when you laughed in the comments? Or when you all went on a family vacation without me and plastered it everywhere?" Dad's face reddened. "Enough with the guilt trip. We came to fix this. But if you want to keep being selfish—" "Selfish?" I interrupted, cold and sharp. "Enough. I'm done pretending." I pulled out my phone, tapped the screen, and played a recording. Their voices filled the diner. Dad's, dripping with contempt. "If you don't want to help family, don't come back. Don't come crying when you need something." Then Emma's voicemail. "Jack, please, I'm in deep trouble. If I don't pay, they'll lock my card. Love you, Jack. You're the only one who always helps." Mom's face paled. Emma's jaw tightened. "You lied about me, used me. Now you're here because you're scared," I said, my voice like steel. "Not because you love me, not because you care, because you need me." "We didn't—" Mom started, but I cut her off. "I'm not done." I pulled a thick, neatly bound folder from my bag and slid it across the table. Mortgage documents, proof of every payment I'd made, all under my name. "The house isn't yours, never was." Dad grabbed the folder, flipping through it, hands shaking. This is a mistake." "No mistake. I removed my name. They're reassessing your mortgage. If you can't afford it, the house is gone." "Jack!" Mom's voice was a squeak. "How could you? We raised you." "No, you raised me to be your doormat, your personal ATM." I leaned closer. "It's over." Emma ripped off her glasses, tears streaming. "You're cruel, doing this to your own family." "Family?" I snapped. "The one that called me trash? Lied to everyone? Only called when they needed money? Enough!" Dad slammed his fist on the table, eyes blazing. "I swear, Jack, if you don't fix this—" "What?" I smirked. "Sue me? Your lawyer already tried. Want to talk legal? Let's talk about the $5,000 you borrowed for home repairs and spent in Vegas." That's different," he stammered. "Or the $3,000 Emma took for a medical emergency and spent on shopping. Or the SUV payment you bragged you made yourself." Emma's face crumpled. You weren't supposed to know." "I wasn't supposed to know a lot. Like how you told people I refused to help. Or how you turned Zach against me, calling me unstable." "Jack, please," Mom whispered, her voice broken. "We can fix this. We're family." I just smiled. "No, Mom, we're not." I nodded toward the door. That's when they saw him. My grandfather, Dad's father. Tall, gray-haired, with a piercing gaze, he walked in, his cane tapping softly on the tile, and stopped at our booth. "Well, well." His voice was calm, almost mocking. "How long you been tearing yourselves apart?" Dad's face went white. "Dad, I didn't know you'd be here." "You never know. That's your problem," Grandpa said, his eyes locked on Dad. He looked at me. "Jack told me everything. The money, the lies, the manipulation. Always thought you were the smartest in the room, didn't you?" Dad's mouth opened and closed, no words coming out. "Funny thing, son," Grandpa continued, his voice like ice. "I rewrote the family trust last week. Jack's the sole beneficiary. You, Emma, your mother, you're out." Emma gasped. Grandpa, please. No, he cut her off, his voice booming. I watched your father lie and scheme for years. Hoped he'd grow out of it, but now I see he passed it to you. He turned to me, his gaze softening. I should have stepped in sooner, Jack, but I'm here now. I nodded, fighting a lump in my throat. Thanks, Grandpa. As we stood to leave, Dad's voice broke, desperate and hoarse. Jack, you can't. We're family. I looked back. You made sure I wasn't part of this family a long time ago. And I walked out. But I wasn't done. I underestimated them. The next morning, my phone wouldn't stop. Calls, texts from Dad, Mom, Emma. I ignored them all. Then the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Grandpa. I opened the door and he walked in without a word, sitting at the kitchen table, gesturing for me to join. They're in shambles, he said, almost smiling. Your father called me 3 times this morning. Says I'm destroying the family. I snorted. Funny how they see it. Grandpa's eyes were sharper than usual. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm proud of you. You stood up to them. About time. It caught me off guard. I expected another lecture on family loyalty. I didn't do it for revenge, I said. I just couldn't let them use me anymore. He nodded, sipped the coffee I'd poured, and leaned back. Your father thinks he's untouchable. Always did. Didn't expect his son to take him down. My phone buzzed again, a voicemail. I played it on speaker. Jack, son, this has gone too far. We're your family. You can't just walk away. Your mother's crying nonstop. Emma won't leave her room. You've humiliated us. Please, come back. Let's work this out. Don't destroy the family. I glanced at Grandpa. He shook his head. He's more worried about losing control than anything else. They always took your kindness for weakness. He was right. For the first time, I saw it clearly. My whole life, I'd been the peacemaker, the glue, the one keeping the family afloat, thinking it was my duty. But I'd only enabled them. It wasn't easy. Cutting ties felt like losing part of myself. But I realized caring for myself wasn't selfish. It was necessary. I'm not going back, I said quietly. I'm done being their safety net. Grandpa smiled. Good. Now live for yourself. 2 weeks later, I settled into a new routine. Quiet mornings, coffee by the window, no sudden calls for money or favors. I started focusing on my life for the first time in years. But one evening, an unknown number called. Against my better judgment, I answered. Jack, it's Emma. Her voice trembled, almost scared. What do you want? Just to talk, please. I'm at the coffee shop near your place. 5 minutes, that's all. I hesitated, but agreed. Something in her tone sparked curiosity. When I arrived, she sat by the window, staring into her cup. Her eyes were red and swollen. You look awful, I said, not meaning to offend. She didn't argue. I know. I've been thinking about everything, what I did, how we treated you. It was wrong. I sat across from her. It took you this long to figure out? No, she said, her hands shaking. I knew for a while. I just didn't care. You always fixed everything, even when we hurt you. I thought that's how it was supposed to be. But it's not. She nodded, as if convincing herself. Mom and Dad are losing it, trying to figure out how to keep the house. Dad's even looking at loans, but his credit's shot. Mom blames me for everything, says if I wasn't so selfish, you wouldn't have snapped. I stayed silent, letting her talk. I'm sorry, Jack, she whispered, barely meeting my eyes. I know it doesn't fix anything. I'm sorry. I took a deep breath. You know what's the worst part? I wanted to help. Always did. But you all kept demanding more. And when I stopped, you acted like I betrayed you. Emma wiped her eyes. You're right. I didn't see it. I thought you'd always be there. Not anymore. She nodded, looking defeated. I'll leave you alone. I just needed to say it. As she stood to leave, I called out, Emma. She turned, surprised. Figure your life out. Stop relying on others to solve your problems. You're old enough to take responsibility. She gave a weak, broken smile. I'm trying. Really. I didn't offer forgiveness, I wasn't ready, but I didn't push her away either. That night, Grandpa called again. "Your father's still trying to save face. Tells everyone you'll come around, that you're just throwing a tantrum." I laughed, despite myself. He really can't accept I'm done, can he? "Never will. But that's not your problem anymore." I hung up, feeling lighter than I had in years. The truth was out. The game was over. I didn't know what came next, but for the first time, I wasn't afraid. Just at peace. I was free.